on his show this week. Hey,
Okay.
Midnight, we see you out there.
You should be making my fries and my hamburger right now.
What the hell is that? Pumpkin prayer poo? Is that what that is? Whatever. I don't know. I can't tell what that first symbol is. That tangerine nose poo. Orange smells like poo. Tangerine nose poo. Is that orange smells like poo?
Knock that off.
God damn it, the stupid fucking thing did it to me again. I swear, every time I use freaking goddamn Chrome, it starts up the goddamn video again. I'll shut it off as soon as, and boom, it goes. No,
I just muted.
Mouse over that emoji. That says tangerine. It's not an orange. It's ... It's the colon tangerine colon. That is not an orange, Midnight. I don't know if anybody can back me up on that, but yeah, that says tangerine.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, but if Midnight typed it, it's probably wrong.
Well, in his defense, it looks similar to an orangey thing. I mean, tangerines look like small oranges, but it is a tangerine. It's not an orange. Oh. He must be having a bad day at the Waffle House. Anyway, how is everybody tonight?
YouTube is often wrong, just like Midnight Range. He's like, better be nice. I'm your entire audience.
Yes,
well, then I think we need a better audience.
Anyway, again, for a second time, how is everybody tonight? How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, David?
Doing well. Thanks for asking.
Awesome.
Oh, by the way, Mohawk Boy, well, you're not Mohawk Boy anymore, but you have a link too if you're not too busy making waffles and chicken.
Well, he's probably just upset that the only people that turned into his show last week were a bunch of chickens in Gary's desk.
That's hilarious. I don't mean to laugh, but I kind of do.
Oh, speaking of Sunday, the butt hurt on people on Instagram. If you say you're not a fan of Tom Brady, be prepared to be called a liberal, people.
Why would I want to be a fan of the asshole that instituted the what was it, the assault weapons ban?
Tom Brady, quarterback for the Patriots.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
I thought you meant the other Brady.
No. That's
wasn't his name Tom, or was it something? Was it something else?
No, it's not Tom. It's not Tom.
Isn't that Bill Brady?
No. If we're talking about the Brady guy, the Brady Bill.
Yeah.
The Brady Foundation. Yeah. What the hell was his first name? You know, the guy that was shot protecting Reagan.
James Brady.
Yes, that's it. I was
Okay.
on a complete total
I
blank.
always want to call him Tom for some reason. I don't know why.
No, Tom Brady's the cheating quarterback of the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
You know, the team that's been caught up in more
Allegedly.
cheating. No, allegedly nothing. He was suspended for it. They proved that he did it. He got a slap on the wrist, which is par for the course, because how many times have the Patriots been caught cheating and got slapped on the wrist for nothing happened at all?
Because they had a fall guy.
And, well, it doesn't help. Hurt matters that the owner of the Patriots is very good friends with the commissioner of the NFL. So there's that.
I smell Russian collusion.
Funny you should mention that, because Brady is apparently really good friends with Donald Trump too.
Yeah, when his wife lets him be.
It's Russian collusion that the Patriots are Super Bowl champions. And of course, the Patriots have been caught up in as many scandals as they have Super Bowls.
Okay, you didn't
Every other
start
year,
this
they
chat
get
for
accused
that,
of
did
something.
you?
Huh?
You didn't start this chat for that, did you?
No, but somebody said, I forget who, just set me off on this rant.
Gee, I wouldn't have noticed.
And
Set you off on a rant.
But if you go on Instagram and say you are not a fan of Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, you will get called every name in the book, including a liberal. All I did was posted that I'm not a fan of his. I explained why, and I've had like 10 to 15 people start accusing me of being a liberal, and one guy went so far as to be trolling everyone, just a lot of my posts that I put over there. And they got mad because I deleted all of them, all his comments.
That's just so wrong.
Yeah, over a football game. I mean, people grow the fuck up, man.
Yeah,
you can't.
You're asking a lot from people these days.
People can't separate football from politics.
What was the movie? The Bronx Tale, when Sonny told C, he said, Mickey Mantle don't give a crap about you. You know, Tom Brady doesn't even know that these people exist. You know, so why get all butthurt over a game with a guy who wouldn't know you if you were on fire in the middle of his house?
Well, apparently, if you don't like Tom Brady, you're a Trump hater. Because Brady, and their connection to this is the fact that Brady has a MAGA hat in his locker. Like, what the fuck? Their logic is just as bad as the left's. I mean, does anybody actually use real logic anymore? Or is it all just feelings at this point? And this just shows that it goes not just for Democrats, but both sides.
Well, Matt did a video about it the other day, I guess on his Never Enough Ammo channel, and talking about anti-SJWs getting triggered. And that's where we're at, you know. If everybody's turning into agree with me 100% or you're a Nazi.
Yeah, my response back to the one person was, okay, so Tom Brady cheats. Probably could have gotten suspended for life, but I'm a Trump hater, and I'm wrong because I don't respect him. I responded, do ethics not matter anymore?
Well, look at the bright side. If you'd have went on Instagram and said I love Tom Brady, then you'd have had a bunch of people calling you a bandwagon fan. So you'd have lost anyway.
Oh no, everybody. You either love Trump, love Brady because he's a Trump fan or a Trump supporter and friend of Trump, or if you hate Brady, it's because you're a liberal. There, that, there is no bandwagon at this point. It's
No,
either
Hillary.
you have to like Brady because he supports Trump if you're on the right, or you're a liberal if
Bill
you
and
don't.
Hillary Clinton
That's
were
it.
pretty good friends with Donald Trump too. So
But this is how ridiculous it is. People cannot separate politics from something that's just supposed to be entertainment. It's like, Jesus Christ, people.
I can tell you this right now. This has been going on in some circles for three years now. This has been.
Now, I don't know who got me set up on this, but one of you two did it.
It wasn't me.
And it's just getting worse.
One of you two said something, and it just
it was actually you. You started. You got yourself set off.
no. One of you said something about uh, Midnight not having a lot of people on his show on Sunday.
You're the one who mentioned it.
No, David mentioned it.
I mentioned the fact that he had a bunch of chickens watching.
Yeah, because he has had chickens and Gary on Sunday. That's what got it started.
Well, then you can blame Gary for that. He causes all kinds of trouble around here.
Gary's not here. I can't blame him.
Gary doesn't start any trouble anyway.
No. What is topic? Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the topic yet, Vanessa. Right now, these guys got me going on a tangent about Tom Brady and being called a liberal on Instagram if you're not a fan of his. Seven Wonders, you don't count. You were just you. The only reason why you were there is because you were looking for young girls to hit on in the chat. Anyway, yeah. Should we get on to the actual topic now, or should we just keep talking nonsense?
If we must.
It was a multiple choice thing, my strike. It wasn't a if you must.
Well, then I'm gonna take a bird nap. So just ignore me and move on.
Tom Brady's a cheater.
Who cares?
He cheat.
Move on.
Well, Vanessa brought it up again. So.
Vanessa, stop triggering Rich.
Well, it's not so much that I was triggered. It's so much that
yes, you were. As much as you just talked about it, you were totally triggered.
You know what? I don't want to hear a word out of you tonight on your show. Then yours and row calls. Nope. You're not allowed to go on any rants tonight because then you're triggered.
I'm going to get triggered on that on row call show tonight. That's what I do.
Okay, then shut up.
No.
Mr. Get Triggered. Yeah. And Pickle, it wasn't so much football as it was the fact that if you go on Instagram and say you don't like Tom Brady, you're instantly a liberal because there's logic on certain people on the right now that if you don't like Tom Brady, it's because you hate Trump, so you have to be a liberal. But yeah. Anyway, get into what was actually supposed to be part of the topic. No, Tom Brady is not the best quarterback who ever lived. Sorry, no. He's a cheater. Always has been a cheater, always will be a cheater. The Patriots get caught up in more goddamn cheating scandals than they do Super Bowl appearances. So, no. Being a cheater does not make you the greatest. But anyway, let's move on. We've digressed too well. She's like, I don't know if you can hear my daughter. She's like, you mean before you digress more? It's like, no, we've already digressed.
Yeah, but you can still go more in the rabbit hole.
Oh, she has no idea the rabbit holes we go down, does she?
Oh, yeah, I do. Unfortunately.
No, you weren't. You haven't been in the room for some of the rabbit holes.
I've been in room for some of the worst ones.
No, you weren't.
Oh dear. Can you all just move on now?
I'm trying to.
So something's happening in Virginia. What's happening in Virginia?
Yes, we were going to get to that. At least that's what I was trying to do.
If you can just give up on Tom Brady, like the rest of the world has.
Are you looking at the YouTube chat?
Give him up. Let him go. Let him go. Let it go.
I'm trying to, but then my daughter starts sticking her nose in about we're going down too many rabbit holes. So, I mean, can't win for losing here.
Quick, 7 Wonders, do something.
Yeah, 7 Wonders, hit on midnight.
There we go.
Midnight's too old for him.
This is true. Even Pickle's too old for him, and Pickle's only in his 20s, if I remember right.
Wow. The dark, dark days for the Sun Snob.
Yeah, he had a link too, but he's not here either.
He's like, too old, too male.
Too male. No, you got to do it right because Mel was in all caps. He was yelling Mel at you. Midnight, on the other hand, seems open to it.
Well, you know, Midnight will try anything once.
Then twice, then 3 times, then 4 times, then he's just.
Well, we don't talk about that.
No. But at any rate, so.
Are you ready yet? Do we need to talk about that some more, or are we good to go on to Virginia?
Yeah, Virginia's not that far from here. I can jump in the car and just go.
Yeah, just jump in the car, go over, tell them they need to resign.
No, it's not too far from you either, really.
I'd rather stay in South Carolina, quite honestly.
I could be there in about 45 minutes, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
I don't think. Well, no, let me check. Because I may not want to go to Virginia.
Yeah. We could all meet up in like Winchester or something.
There's parts of Virginia that are pretty awesome, but Northern Virginia, you're better off without.
Oh, Northern Virginia is what's responsible for the guys that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, that's why I was saying Night Strike doesn't need to bother wasting gas to come up here for that.
Oh, we're talking Winchester's okay.
Okay, no, I can go to Virginia. I've got reciprocity.
Yes, you do.
But I'm going to stay out of the D.C. area.
Virginia also has open carry. So.
Well, I've got a concealed carry permit, and it's valid in Virginia.
Yeah.
The only place it's not valid is, the left coast, the oppressive New England area, and Illinois and Colorado.
Yeah. What's funny is I had
New England. Does that mean we got to talk about Tom Brady again?
No. We're done with New England.
We're done with that.
We're done with that. Curse you, David Bowling.
Dating chat.
Don't talk about New England.
Yes, let's get off of New England. But New Hampshire, pretty much you'd be good there too. But then they have constitutional carry. So.
Yeah, it's just Vermont's a lost cause now.
Yeah, Vermont. They still have constitutional carry, amazingly, but with magazine limits. So figure that one out.
Yeah, I'm not bringing any of my high cap mags in Vermont anytime soon.
We got 2 kingpins in here.
Well, then you know what? If we've got 2 of them in here, then at least one of them will get a strike. But a bowling joke? Come on, guys.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a very good one.
I didn't say they were great.
My bowling skills would take me a lot more than 2 shots to get a strike.
Well, then you really suck.
This is true.
I can't. I'll be honest. I can't get a strike every time, but I can at least get a spare. Hey, come on.
No, I'm pretty bad. I stink pretty good at it.
How do you think good?
Well, there's people who stink bad and they just roll the ball in the gutter every time. I stink good, as in I'll knock balls down, but I'm not going to win.
Okay. Anyways, Virginia.
Anyway,
continue.
Oxymorons aside, because that was an oxymoron, but yeah, not saying David's a moron, just saying the statement was an oxymoron. Hopefully, everybody out there knows what an oxymoron is and don't have to get a dictionary out and explain this to people.
You ruined the joke. Keep going.
Yeah, I don't care.
Should.
Nope.
Yeah. He doesn't care if you ruin his joke.
Nope. Okay. Anyway, everybody knows what's going on in Virginia with the governor and their attorney general, or not attorney general, lieutenant governor, I assume.
And their attorney general.
No, we ain't getting to that yet. That's the breaking story. We ain't got there yet.
Oh, come on. Well, hurry up. Your storytelling skills are awful. Keep going.
Technically, he was a part of the original story, too, because they thought that he might have been the one putting out all this information so he could get to the top.
No, David, no. We're not even going there. That's not even where this is heading. I don't know if you saw the story that came out today about the attorney general.
Yeah, I heard about it just a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, we got the governor doing blackface. The lieutenant governor caught up in some sex scandal or something. And now you got the attorney general who called for the resignation of the governor for doing blackface, himself admitting that he did it. Yes, this guy also dressed in blackface. So this is what they deal with in Virginia right now. The top 3 Democrats in the state are all caught up in scandals.
Hey, but why? Historically, why would it be a surprise that Democrat rulers in Virginia are racist? Yeah, why is that a surprise?
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a surprise. It's just incredibly funny at this point.
Yeah, by the time next week comes around, the mailman will be getting be next in line for the governorship.
Well, no, right. The 4th guy is the Republican Speaker of the House in Virginia, and so from all accounts, this guy is squeaky clean. He should potentially maybe have won the attorney general's position. He lost by a very questionable 136 votes. Yeah, well, that's 136 statewide that he lost by.
Okay.
And there have been questions raised about that whole thing the entire time. Because if I remember right, this was one of those things where he was ahead, but all of a sudden there was just enough votes to put the other guy over the top at the last minute. You know, basically what we've seen everywhere else where Democrats tend to win questionably. And yeah, it matters more on the state level than the federal level because state level things can be different. Unless you're, well, I don't want to say it because I don't want people to think we're going to go on that other tangent again, but unless you're places like New England. As Vanessa has said numerous times, that the Republicans in Connecticut are just as bad as the Democrats. So up there, you probably got people running as Republicans just because they can't win as Democrat, but they're actually in reality Democrats, just with an R after their name.
It's not entirely sure.
What was that?
How about halfway though?
Yeah, all half of your Republicans are just Democrats, but none of your Democrats are Republicans.
Midnight says 136 votes. They must have counted some of the sheep twice. I don't know. I haven't seen very many sheep farms in parts of Virginia I was in. Cows, maybe. They count the cows twice.
Their Winchesters are going to hit their sheep with the cows.
The best part is, I'm going to screen share this, see if it works for once. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Whee! Yeah. This guy doesn't even have the excuse that he was at a talent show. He did it at a party. And again, this is the guy that was calling for the resignation of the governor.
Well, the governor was the guy that backed the stupid video with the black truck running down the black and brown kids for the election in the first place. Called the guy who's running against, I can't remember his name right this second. A terrible racist.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the
Ed
guy's
Gillespie.
name either.
Ed Gillespie.
Yeah, that's it. But Gillespie wasn't much of a winner either.
They should have went with Corey. They had 2 chances to go with Corey Stewart and blew it both times.
Yeah, all right, seriously. But yeah, here's what you were talking about too. Nice strike. The person from Fairfax that's accusing the lieutenant governor, he's using the same firm that represented the idiot that accused Kavanaugh.
Dr. Christine Blasey Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for this, there's one little issue. She's not a doctor. But yeah, we'll just overlook that and call her that anyway. And she's never been a practicing psychiatrist, contrary to what she wants to claim.
She never left college. As soon as, if you look back into her history, as soon as she graduated, she basically just stayed in for graduate school, and then never left college campuses.
Yeah, and she never got her doctor's licensing, so she's not technically a doctor. So.
Yep.
Yeah, but see right here, Herring, that's the name of the attorney general there, is among those who have called on Northam to resign after discovery of a photo of someone in blackface and another in KKK costume on his 1984 medical school yearbook page. Yeah, and hypocrisy at its worst, people. Yep. This is hypocrisy at its worst. And the best part is, it's the left eating their own. It literally is in this case. Yeah. And now it comes back to bite them in the ass.
And ultimately, that's all you have to do is wait. And they will destroy themselves within. The problem with that is all the damage that they're going to do that normal everyday people are going to have to deal with while they're destroying themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how, 5 minutes before the blackface thing came out, that the Republicans and the right were pouncing on and seizing after, his abortion comments, his killing babies comments. And then shortly after the blackface thing came out, they were like, you can't judge a guy for what he did 30 years ago in some yearbook picture. Brett Kavanaugh.
Yeah. I know. And the difference is here too is you have proof that this guy did it. There's no proof that Kavanaugh did a goddamn thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's gobs and gobs of proof that Kavanaugh didn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's not a damn bit of proof that he did anything. It's big, and no, we got a bunch of witnesses saying no, we didn't see him do a damn thing. I mean, witnesses that Ford tried bringing up saying, "No, they know they were there." You're like, "Hold it, we weren't there. We don't know shit." You know, it's like, nope. We know, they couldn't be Sergeant Schultz fast enough. I know nothing. I mean, it's like, it's ridiculousness. What else was there? I was going to say something, and then I forget what it was now.
Yay!
Yay! Anyway, I'm tired of looking at this moron. Yeah, the hypocrisy of the left. It's not even. They're not even. Their hypocrisy doesn't even extend to the opposite party anymore. They're doing it to themselves. I mentioned earlier today on Instagram that I'm waiting for the Democrats' version of the Night of the Long Knives, or the left's version of Night of the Long Knives, if you know what that is. That's where the Nazi higher ups turned on their useful idiot brown shirts and basically had them all killed. Are we starting to see that here with what's going on in Virginia?
Well, see, that's another thing that people don't take the time to actually find out is all throughout history. That's not like a one-time thing. It's all throughout history. Anywhere where your Antifas, we'll just use that for an example, your Antifas show up to disrupt a community, a government, a social hierarchy, or whatever they're there to disrupt. Whoever is behind the scenes pulling the strings for them, the first person they get rid of is the Antifas. Because people in power are the same, whether they're right, left, black, white, yellow, brown, male, or female. People in power don't like troublemakers.
Yeah, and the worst part is you brought up the Antifa thing. These people aren't even what the original Antifa was. These are the Nazi brown shirts that they're accusing everybody else of being.
Mm-hmm.
What they are doing is exactly what the brown shirts did.
If you just don't understand, it was never done correctly yet. AOC is the one that's here to show us how to do it correctly.
Yeah, and that's what we've always heard. Bernie said the same thing about Venezuela, and look where that went. If you remember back when Bernie Sanders was praising Venezuela, oh, they're going to be the first country to get it right. Well, if that's doing it right, I damn sure don't want them to do it wrong.
If you watched the State of the Union last night, and then you go to any election, whether it's your local election or federal election or whatever, and you put a check mark next to anybody with a D next to their name, you need your head examined. And if last night didn't show you that, then I don't know what to tell you.
Well, there was one topic that Trump got a standing ovation from that faction when he brought up something about women and equality or some shit. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I just saw stories about it.
The women started cheering for themselves.
Yeah, as soon as he went back to the other rhetoric that they didn't like, it was scows and
I can't remember what he was talking about, but the woman Kristen Sinema stood up, and she was like the only one on the left that stood up and gave him a big old applause, and everybody was like, "Girl, you better sit your butt back down." You know, you could see that they were all like certain things would come up, and they would start looking at each other to see if it's okay if they stand and applaud or if they need to not. The best part about the whole speech was the end of the speech when Trump left the podium and he went over to the Democrat side of the aisle, and all the people that were sitting there with mugs, mean mugs on their faces and had their arms crossed and sitting on their hands, he walked up and started shaking all their hands and, trumping them up, hey, good to see you, love you, buddy, all that kind of stuff. almost every single one that was all huffy and puffy faced, he was going through and grabbing them all. It was great.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it, so I don't know. Like, I think I was on Night Strike show at that time, so I had an excuse. Rob D talks about it for the ladies in white. Don't call them ladies. Come on, the ladies don't act like they do. But the way they looked at Trump when he was pointing out New York's baby killing laws, he said if looks could kill, you know. Yeah. Somebody on Instagram had a split screen of when Trump was saying about how the United States will never be a socialist nation, and then the picture that was Ocasio-Cortez's reaction. That was that was priceless too. The look on her face when he said that.
Well, he also set him up because right when he was talking about the Family Leave Act and how mothers can stay home and be with their children and get to know their family, then he started talking about the abortion thing. So either you like mothers staying at home and taking care of their little children, or you like killing babies. Which one do you like?
Getting back to the thing with Northam, with his comments on abortion, this guy is a career pediatrician. So basically, with his supporting abortion and particularly the late term abortion and the comments that he made, why does he want to kill off his own client base? That seems like it would be counterproductive, wouldn't it?
It would.
The $2 million that he got from Planned Parenthood, I think he's sleeping all right at night.
Yeah.
You still got to have a job to go back to. The way this is going, he might not have this one much longer. Who knows what's going to come out next? It'll come out that the picture wasn't actually him standing next to somebody in a KKK uniform. It was photoshopped, and that was actually him in the KKK outfit too, or whatever they had back then to do that with special effects.
Apparently, there's other photographs like along the lines of him and the buddy he was with, and this is all from what I've heard. I didn't study it out myself. I'm just going by what I've heard on the radio. But the dude that was in blackface was somebody else because like there's similar stuff about like the pants he was wearing or something like that, and they see him in another picture with the same pants on. So people are leaning toward that Northam was the guy in the KKK hat.
See, I've heard the other way around, that it was Northam in blackface and the other guy was in the KKK outfit. But the way it was done, you couldn't tell which one was which anyway.
Yeah, like
that face paint was, when they say blackface, his face was literally black. I mean, it wasn't just painted to look like a black person. He was black as a piece of coal, you know.
And see, Northam, if you were to listen to Northam explained you only put a little bit of shoe polish on your face because I'm sure many of you know it's so hard to get shoe polish off your face. Like many people should know that.
Speaking of blackface, have either of you happened to see the picture that somebody put up on Instagram where Joy Behar was in blackface?
No.
Yeah. Yep. That happened, and then there was another picture that somebody else had put up that was from some comedic thing where Ted Danson, when he was dating Whoopi Goldberg, was in blackface, and she's sitting there right next to the podium just laughing her ass off at him.
Yeah, the Ted Danson one, I remember that. Some idiot. What was it? you guys might have been talking about it a couple minutes ago. Uh, who's the Roseanne Barr's husband? The guy she
Tom
put.
Arnold.
Yeah, he said that he's never seen anybody in blackface.
Bullshit.
Well, I mean, Jimmy Kimmel's one of his good friends, and Jimmy Kimmel did blackface.
Yeah. I guarantee you he was probably there when Danson was doing it. So that would have been a time when the two of them were still together. Yeah, somebody, Psycho brought up Sarah Silverman. Somebody put up on Instagram where she was in blackface, and not just one picture, multiple pictures of her in blackface. But that's okay because they're Democrats, right?
No. The talking point is it's okay because they're comedians. That's so they can't come out and say it's okay because we're Democrats, but they
Well,
can
no,
come out
no,
and say it's
no,
okay
no.
because we're comedians.
Then no, because then you can't use they're comedians to explain away Bill and Hillary Clinton doing it.
Oh, that's another matter. That's already been adjudicated. Anything about Hillary Clinton's already been adjudicated. Why are you bringing up old stuff?
Well, because the Clintons get away with so much shit. It's unreal. Yeah, I mean, this is getting ridiculous. It's going to be. I'm just waiting to see where this goes. Gunpowder wants to know why they're putting black shoe polish in their faces. Well, according to the governor of Virginia, he did it for a talent show, or the person he was with did it for a talent show. We're not even sure which one of them is the governor, but we know that one of them is the governor in the picture. We just ain't sure which one because you can't tell. One was in blackface, the other was wearing a KKK hood and robe. So, I mean, Joy Behar apparently was at some party and she decided she was going to go dressed as a 1970s black woman from a blaxploitation film or something. If you haven't seen the picture, that's what she looked like. Sarah Silverman, yes, Midnight, you're absolutely right about that. He said Sarah Silverman is a miserable human and a poor excuse for a comic. Her and Amy Schumer should tell jokes to each other till they each waste away. Oh, speaking of Amy Schumer, everybody knows who her uncle is, right?
Clearly, where she got her comical talent from, because she is the worst, absolutely the worst. Dare I say human being, but I can't go that far. But she is definitely the worst comedian that's ever existed.
Yeah. She probably only has her job because of who her uncle is. And for those of you who don't know, her uncle happens to be a senator from New York. So, but that I'm sure that'll be enough for you to be able to figure it out. Psycho, I don't know if that's a smart idea. You might catch something. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I'm sure Weinstein's already been up in that anyway.
Yeah. I wouldn't touch that for anything. Nope.
That's what I don't understand. Like, you know who Anna Kasparian is, right, Rich, from the Young Turks?
Yeah. Yeah.
She used to be a very, very attractive girl. Sarah Silverman was kind of attractive when she first came out. And radical leftism destroys good looking females. I mean, ugh.
It's all that hate.
I was trying to explain it to a guy I work with today. I don't understand why people want to go around angry all day long and just ticked off about everything all day.
And we've talked about it before. Nancy Pelosi was a beauty contest contestant in numerous beauty contests. It's like, look at her now. She looks like Skeletor's twin sister. Another one that used to be good looking, Rachel Maddow. If you look at her high school yearbook picture, and look at her now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of videos on YouTube that you can look up where, the prom queen, just a beautiful, healthy, vibrant young girl, and then 2 years later, she looks like something from a reject from Comic Con.
It's got to be all the hate. The hate just. What was the line in Red Dawn? All that hate's gonna burn you up. Nancy Pelosi looks like she could be a burn victim. Well, I don't know. Maybe I won't go that far, but she definitely looks like Skeletor's twin sister.
I thought that was Feinstein.
No. Feinstein's not Skeletor. That's Pelosi. Pelosi's the one that's Skeletor with those sunken-in eyes and whatnot. Besides, Feinstein's not skinny enough to be a skeleton.
So Feinstein's Emperor Palpatine's sister?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Enough wrinkles, right?
Yeah. Speaking of hypocrites, there's another one. It's okay for her to have her concealed carry permit, but don't you think you should have one?
It's okay for her to own firearms, but heaven forbid you have one.
Yep.
No, not unless you're one of the established elites, elected officials, or one of the chosen few of the Democratic Party.
Hey, Slim. So I think we've covered that topic fairly well. Yeah, either of you have something you want to talk about?
Yes, when we're done here, be sure to check out Rick's Life as I See It. He's doing his disabilities podcast this evening. I just got a link for that. I might jump over to that.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about. Yeah, it is Wednesday, isn't it?
I think he calls it Shooting with Disabilities.
Yep, yeah, that is what it is. So yes, people, we are going to start winding this down. David, you got anything you want to plug?
I'd like to plug guntube.org. Check it out. If you enjoy watching my videos, thank you very much. I'd appreciate it if you watched them on GunTube or over on GunStreamer. You won't hurt my feelings if you don't watch them on YouTube. And like Night Strike said, go check out Rick's Life.
All right. Other than Rick's Life as I See It, you got anything else you want to plug, Night Strike?
Well, he just plugged guntube.org. I mean, there's also, the Friday Night Strike at 6 Eastern on Friday.
Well, don't you and Roll Call have a certain show tonight?
Oh, you mean tonight? Yes.
Yeah, tonight.
Tonight, before the Daily Gun Show, I think, and we usually do it somewhere between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. There's Ransom Rays on Roll Call 219's channel, so check that out.
All right. And everybody knows about the show we have here on Sunday nights at 8 Eastern. We will be back this weekend. This show was pretty much a fill-in for the one on Sunday because there was a certain thing that was going on that some people may have been more interested in. So I just said, I'm not going to do a show this weekend. But we will be back on Sunday. These two jokers will probably be here, along with a cast of other people who had invites but didn't show up.
I might fall asleep, though.
You might fall asleep. You're not Gary.
Well, I'm filling in for the bird.
All right. And with that, we will bid you adieu, folks. Be sure to go over to Rick's Life as I See It and check out his show, which will be starting here in a few minutes. And we will see you tomorrow on Sarge's show.
Give him the bird.
Shut up, you infringed!
Have a good one, folks.